Ion.
We're ready, guys.
Hello.
Hey! All right, so
This is already chaotic.
which is very much appropriate. Which is appropriate because today, I am your agent of chaos. I'm your I'm your demon of destruction today. Today, all right, hey everybody, this is Darrell, Jordan, Nickie. We are back with Hell I Don't Know podcast. We are going to be unhinged today. We are going to be off the charts. We are going to be unreal because today we're just shooting shit. That's literally
Unreal?
what we're doing. Unreal.
Unreal? What does
Unreal
it
is what I
mean?
said. Unreal means the opposite of real.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh,
This is already off to an interesting
wow.
start.
Are we even
I
a
feel
minute
like-
in?
I'm gonna be honest. If I clicked on this podcast and that was the first 30 seconds, I would listen to every single video in the queue. So, and since I'm pretty sure that someone, at least of my demographic, is our target audience, I feel like that's a really good sign.
Okay.
Oh my God. Where
Well,
are we? What is happening?
I love this. I love it.
So, first off, I just want to say that I've had a really unfortunate week. Why are you laughing?
This is so dramatic.
Because I'm laughing through my pain right now.
You can't laugh at Darrell's tears, Nickie.
Right. The disrespect. Anyway, Nickie's supposed to be one of my best friends, and he knows what I'm about to say, and he's literally laughing at me right now. So the next
I
time
am your
someone,
best friend. I love you dearly.
the next time someone says that you're mean or unapproachable or unrelatable, I think our viewing audience will understand exactly what I'm talking about. So as I was
I feel
saying,
like those were little slight shots.
Those were definite shots.
I don't feel like they were shots. I feel like it was me stating my point. You know what I mean?
And
I
people
don't think
say I'm the mean one?
No. Here's the thing. I don't think any of those things. But if someone were to think that, and if that was feedback you got, I am saying we now have proof as to why someone would think that. You know what I mean?
No, but continue.
Beautiful. So this week was very, very difficult for me as I was sick AF this week. I was very, very sick. I spent all week like a mess. I had to call out of work once or twice. Yeah.
That was the description of the feeling.
Well, I'm gonna be honest about what that was about. I was about to explain what I was doing and my symptoms,
Okay.
but then I
Got
thought they don't want to hear all that. You know what I mean? I was exercising some restraint for once in my life. But I say that to say that I'm still a little bit under the weather, just a little bit, but we're going to persevere and we're going to push through and we're going to move on and we're going to be amazing today.
Because you're
All
a
right.
professional.
That's what they say. I question it, but hey, I'm not going to argue with the pros, you know? And don't think I didn't hear that, Nickie. I heard that.
Where are we?
Anyway, so before we keep going, how are you all today? What you been up to? What's your tea? What's been going on?
Well, I've been working. Just in Chicago recently. That was nice. Had a good time there. What else has been going on? Still listening to Cowboy Carter. I like it. Oh, update from the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
I like the album way more now. So everybody that was coming for me, the last episode, don't worry, I've come around.
Were people really coming for you?
I got a few little DMs like, you need to give it a listen again. And I was like, I think I said that in the thing, but it's fine. But hey, we're here now and I'm still playing it and it's great. And I'm working on a new DJ mix. That's going to be fun. What's going on with you, Nickie?
Yeah, I was out of town last week as well. Fun fact, I'm moving away from New York City. So I was touring apartments in the new place I'm living. And I found a new spot to live in. I'm really excited. So I spent this week working and obsessively designing my new space with like grit paper, colors, drawings,
Can
the
we get a
whole nine.
preview?
No. So I'm
Damn.
thinking about actually doing like a content video of me walking through my process of moving from New York to the place I'm moving to, um, and showing the whole design aesthetic and design process. Because, fun fact, if you those who don't know, I actually like decorating apartment spaces and homes. So I'm really excited to like film all this. I have to remember to film all this, and then picking out new pieces and organizing them in a way where it makes sense. But when everything gets set up, guys, you guys are more than welcome to come visit and hang out with me in the new city.
So basically, Nickie is now his influencer era. We love it.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
you know what?
really know how to do that, but okay.
Let's not be self-deprecating. I feel like you're going to be great at it. I feel like I would watch your YouTube channel, honestly. Like if you put out like a series of like, and also I'm pretty sure that that's like desirable content, right? Like if you put
It
out like,
definitely is.
I'm moving from. Wait, did you? Did
I didn't say I did not
Okay,
say where
okay,
I'm moving
okay,
to.
okay. Okay.
Watch your mouth.
If you were to say that if I was to click on a YouTube video and I was considering moving somewhere else and someone seemed like they had good style and good taste and good flair, then I would watch that video. So like, yeah, I think that you'll be, see how I just gave Nickie a ton of compliments just now. Now,
Yeah, that was.
I don't think that Nickie will return that favor anytime soon, but I just gave you a bunch of compliments right now and they were heartfelt, just so you know.
Pause. How many times have I complimented this man's acting, his singing, the way his mind works on this podcast? So don't ever say I won't give you a compliment because that's not true.
All right. All right. I apologize.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Anyway, so as I said,
This is chaos.
I wasn't feeling very well this week, so I had a lot of time to do things that I ordinarily would not do in terms of like consuming content. And
Okay.
I got sucked down a rabbit hole of TikTok content this week. And one of the things that I was kind of enamored by is I don't know if this is like bad. I don't think it's bad to say, but like you'll tell me if it is. I got really suckered into like prison recipes. Why are y'all making that? Why are y'all making that face? Is that crazy?
What is explain?
Prison recipe. First of all, neither of you are that removed from society to not know what a prison recipe is. It's basically like there's things that you can't like when you go to prison. Like you make certain like foods and drinks and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally. But how did you get there to the how do we get here? That's what
Well, something came up on TikTok and I was like suckered down that hole. And so I haven't told Nickie this, but I got suckered down this hole based on this one guy. He has this he used to be in prison and I forgot what his name was, but he has this thing it's called Bussin' or Disgusting, right? And he tries prison recipes from when he was in prison and he tells you whether it's bussin' or disgusting. If I find out the link, I'll put it here somewhere. But one of the things that
He won't.
we'll have to research this ourselves.
Anyway, one of the things that he made was a prison Laffy Taffy. And so
I'm intrigued.
And so this week, as I was sitting in my house doing nothing,
You made one. You made one. You made one. Wow.
I did.
Wow.
I did. I made a prison Laffy Taffy.
You really have had a week.
And before I say what it was made of, I'm gonna say that it was actually delicious. And I brought that up because I think that we should all try a prison recipe live on this podcast. I think y'all let us know if that's a good idea. I think that what we should do is we should all collectively to the side make a prison recipe and we should try it on the podcast. You don't think that's a good idea? It's creativity. It's creativity.
I'm intrigued. People
I feel
have
like
to watch that one though. That one people can't listen to because
oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. People have to watch that one.
people will be like, I don't know what they're doing. But as a watchable one, I think that'll be fun.
I think it'd be hilarious. So what I made the
Nickie's face is saying otherwise.
No, I just have a lot of questions. Like,
Okay.
I have a lot of questions.
Kick us off.
what's the question?
One, how did this come on your For You page? Like, what were you searching to end up with prison stuff? Secondly, why can't they just have regular Laffy Taffies in prison? Why are they making special? It's just food. Third of all, like, what was in this prison Laffy Taffy? Like, how does it make it a taffy? Like, I just have so many questions.
Well, first of all, my For You page is just as chaotic as I am. So I'm
Clearly.
gonna leave that there.
Okay.
Second, did you just say why they can't just have Laffy Taffies? Do they get them for the vending machine? Like, what do they? How do they get Laffy
The
Taffies?
commissary?
Yeah, but maybe they don't. Maybe all prisons don't have access to Laffy Taffies. Like, maybe they don't have like.
Which is why I'm asking, what was this Laffy Taffy made of?
I'm about to tell you that was the third point.
Oh,
So what
got
I
it.
was gonna say. So it was a 3-ingredient Laffy Taffy, and basically. You have, those little drink packets, like the 0-calorie drink packets?
Yes.
Which, now that I think about it, I don't know how they get access to those in prison, but not Laffy Taffy. It's not, now that I think about that.
Yeah, that's a great question.
That is a really good question, but
So
barring
now, now it doesn't sound so illogical, right?
okay, anyway. So is that, and then powdered coffee creamer. But it has to be the powdered kind because you have to mix this, and then you mix water in it, and then it forms like, but only a little bit of water, like a literal tablespoon of water, and it forms a paste, and you roll it out into, like, for lack of better words, a dough. But like, that's weird to think of taffy as a dough, and you cut it up and you refrigerate it for a little bit and you eat it. It was actually very good. I think it was delicious.
Well, sorry, what was the flavor again?
It was Tang.
Okay.
What? Y'all know what Tang is, right?
Yeah. Tang
I feel
Laffy
like
Taffy.
y'all looking at me like I'm crazy right now. Is that crazy?
No, honestly, I'm intrigued. I'm going to actually look this up after we get off.
Yeah.
I want to like watch this happen.
Well, have you
I actually
never
want to try it.
Right. It sounds intriguing, right? Like, I'm not saying it's going to be like a delicacy, but like,
No, but I think it's intriguing. Did you see any more that were interesting? I'm just
I did.
curious.
I did. I saw a bunch of variations on what's called apparently like a prison log. Have y'all heard of that?
No.
Nope.
So basically, you get like ramen noodles and then like pickle juice and chips and little what do we call it? The hot dogs that come in a can, the little small can. Viennas. I'm actually surprised you knew what that was, Nickie.
I thought it was always Vienna.
What does that mean?
Oh, why are you yelling into the microphone?
Because I'm actually surprised you know what that is. What does that even mean?
Anyway, I'm just surprised because it's not something I feel like you would eat. But anyway, you put all of that stuff and a bunch of seasonings and stuff, and you put a little bit of water into it, and you roll it into like a big bag of chips that have been crushed, and you form it into like a log. And apparently, this might be wrong because again, I got this from TikTok. So like, do not crucify me if this is not how they do it. But you form it into a big enough log and you serve it like to multiple people as like a meal type thing. That sounds crazy. Yeah. That sounds crazy. I know. And to be honest, like I wouldn't try that because it looks disgusting.
I was going to say that doesn't sound appetizing at all.
But if you look up a prison log, it's really popular. Like apparently people do it a lot. Now I wouldn't personally know. And also, this is TikTok, so I could be wrong. I could sound really stupid right now. Like people seeing this for like, oh my god, people seeing this when they get out of prison might be like, Darrell, this has nothing to do with prison. We have never done any of this shit in our lives. But like, anyway, have you
Let me.
I'm
I'm sorry. I have
actually
to
getting
write.
I'm crying because like
I have to write some of it. Like I'm not now. Now I have to look up Laffy Taffy, and now I have to look up a prison log. Okay, I have a lot
but
of research to do later.
for those of you who do not know Darrell, this is Darrell 24/7.
This is me
Like
24/7
Yes, it is.
chaos.
and we're only 15 minutes in.
But
And who
y'all
knows
are,
where we're going next?
I do. Or, you know, I have a general idea. Anyway, have y'all really honestly never like? Because I know both of you are pretty active on TikTok, right?
Not pretty active.
Yes, you are.
Oh.
I would say I'm probably the least active out of everyone here,
You know what?
but I'm on it.
But so
I'm on Twitter a lot. I'm a Twitter guy. I don't know.
okay, so will Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, any of those? Y'all have never seen something on one of those media platforms and like tried it out in real life or like tried to implement it into
Yeah,
your...
I actually have.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it. I think it was on. It was on Instagram, but it was from TikTok, so technically TikTok video.
Mhm.
But it was this girl. She makes it's seen those videos where they like have all the sound effects when they're making like food, like sandwiches or something like that. And you just hear all the knife cutting and everything just sounds perfect.
Oh, like ASMR.
Yeah, but like that's not the goal. But it's just like they're showing like the recipe. But I saw one. It was a chicken Caesar salad, like cutlet sandwich thing, and I was like, man, this looks really good. But like,
Ooh.
I like the way that she made it. So I was like, I was like, and I saved it. I had it saved for like a few weeks, and I was like, you know what? Today is the day. I'm gonna make it, and I made it, and it turned out amazing. I was like, wow, this is so good. Yeah.
See, there we go. And have you made it again since that day?
One other time, yes.
Okay, so you can easily integrate that into your, your rotation of meals that you know is good.
Because it's
You got it
easy.
from
It's
TikTok.
easy to make. Yeah, it's easy to make. It's simple. I like simple things. Don't give me an intricate meal to make. I'm not going to do it. So if you give me something simple, it's like 30 minutes to 45 minutes to make, I'm in there. When we get to like the 2 hour mark, no.
Oof, 2 hours. Ooh,
Yeah.
who makes a meal that takes 2 hours, Nickie? Actually, do you? You might. I don't know.
I do.
Yeah, he does.
So what I'm hearing is that I am not the only person that is inspired by social media in terms of like putting things into action in real life.
I mean, no. I feel like social media is influencing at some point for everybody with something. I don't think it's everything, but I think at some point something grabs our attention, makes us want to either try it, do it ourselves, or just something we just like looking at. Like there's this guy, he's also on TikTok. He makes all of his food in like the woods, but it's like really well done how he does it. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen him on Instagram. I always say it's unsanitary, but yeah,
It is, but I still really enjoy like
Wait, how's it unsanitary? I haven't seen it. So
everything is being cooked just out in the open with like.
I mean, but I think he cleans the stuff. Well, what does he clean it with though?
I mean,
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
assuming that I was assuming when you said this that he literally just had dishes and stuff, but he just made it in
He
the
does have.
woods.
Well,
but
he has
also
the
it's like
dishes.
yeah, but it's like no running water. There's also sometimes he like if I'm not mistaken, same
Because
guy.
he's using water from the lake, right? Or wherever he's at.
which is
Yeah.
unsanitary, and then like how are you like sterilizing food? Where there's bugs, just. I'm not a nature guy. Well, I mean, I am a nature guy because my Earth sign, but I'm not like a doing things in nature person.
That's so surprising.
Some people may not have known that about me, Darrell. That I'm not like a
I think they
going
could gather.
outside. No, they can't.
Okay. Well,
I'm not going camping. Is what I'm saying.
would you go? Okay. Would you go like luxury camping?
What is that?
Like, you know what luxury
Glamping?
camping is?
Glamping.
I know what
say
glamping is, but like different strokes for different folks. So what is glamping in your eyes? Because I may say glamping is, oh, I rent out a cabin with a jacuzzi in the mountains. Like that considered glamping, or like RV glamping, or like what's the metric?
So like this is actually perfect because I don't know if y'all know this, but like I actually, you might know this, Nicki, but I actually for a while like I was convinced that I was gonna buy a van, and like van life is like popping on YouTube. Like people are just like
It is
making it is, and that's also a huge thing of my For You page. But like I really, really wanted, I still want to do it, but we live in New York City, so it's hard. But anyway, I for myself would consider glamping like I don't really like the word glamping, to be honest. I would prefer
That's
like
fair.
luxury camping.
Same.
But I would consider that like maybe in like something as big, no smaller than an RV. Running water, an oven, a source of entertainment like a television, a bathroom, like an actual functioning bathroom in the facility in the vehicle. Also, I would say, well, for me, that would be my definition of luxury. Because when you have a van, you don't necessarily have all that. You have like a bed and maybe a hot pot or like a stove, and like they sell at Home Depot literally like buckets that you could put a seat cover over, like to use as a bathroom, and they have like
Oh,
a
you have
pop up.
this all figured out,
I
researched and
do.
everything.
I'm not kidding. I was going to
You're really about to be about this life.
I was. I think I talked to you, Nicki, about this. Like, I just couldn't find a place to like. I actually was on Facebook Marketplace looking for a van. I couldn't find a place to park it in New York City, so I thought maybe I'll leave it at my parents' house, and if I want to go on like a trip, I can go home and I can do that. But haven't gotten around to it yet. But yeah, it seems like
I'm really looking forward to this journey for you. Like, I can't
me
wait till you
too.
find a place to go. I mean, listen, it looks fun. I will say, I was like, this looks like a good time. I don't know how long I'll be able to do it, but it looks fun.
Nicki.
I would not do an RV because being trapped in an RV with another person or two people sounds like a nightmare to me.
Oh wow!
It's like where else we go?
So it'd be a nightmare if you travel with me and Darrell in an RV.
Stuck in an RV with you two for multiple days, and that's all we can go. What am I gonna do?
Well, not all we can go. The whole point is that you can go anywhere. Like the whole point is that like
Yeah, you can get off.
Yeah,
you're not like locked on the RV for.
But
days.
see, my brain is like, we're gonna drive the RV out to the middle of the nowhere and just like park.
It don't have to be middle of nowhere.
That doesn't do that.
In fact, for RVs, you have to be at a campground because you have to be able to plug in. So
I mean, possibly my dad has an RV and he has done RV trips and he's asked me and my siblings to go and we've always said no, because it just sounds like a nightmare. But if it's a big enough RV and it's like for a weekend,
What you're talking about, like a 3-story RV, so you can separate yourself.
no, like a 2-bedroom RV or like one that has like a private room in the back, and then like the ones that like expand outwards with like the bathroom. You can actually walk in the bathroom. There's like an actual toilet and like a full shower.
A walk-in bathroom in an RV.
Yes, they have those. And then like the one with the living room, and then when you press the expand button, both of the sides come out, and there's like the awning. So there's like you can.
Oh, looks like you've thought about this too a bit.
Well, no, that's the one. Not going there, but those are the ones I've seen. We'll say that.
But what of it? I'm genuinely curious though. Like, what is it about like the outdoors or like that lifestyle that is so unappealing to you unless every single like necessity or luxury is there for you? Because like the whole idea is freedom and one with the place that we're from. We're from nature. We're from like the environment. We're not from like electricity and like in modern accommodations. What's wrong with the outdoors?
There's nothing wrong with the outdoors. I love a good cabin, mountain situation. It's the part of like me being outside. I feel like I would never be clean. Like I feel like if I took a shower and I go outside and I come back in, I need to get to the shower again. Like I don't know if your parents used to say this, but like you smell like outside.
Mm-hmm.
Have y'all heard that before?
I have.
I feel like I would always feel like I smell like outside. So I feel like I would always have to take a shower, and like that would just like bother me.
Nicki, you're really disappointing the earth signs right now.
And I know but I love nature. I don't want to live in it.
But it's also interesting because you're from Mississippi, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, when I grew up in the South, I was outside all the time. Like I was
Oh,
in the
I wasn't.
woods.
I
Where
wasn't
were we?
allowed out.
Where were?
I wasn't allowed outside during the week.
Wait, you
Huh?
sound like you were hostage. What?
Right. I was like, I don't know. I like how that sounds.
What?
Like, are you in prison?
What? Did
No,
you say you
so
were?
like my dad wouldn't let like during the week we weren't allowed to go outside because he was like, once you're done with homework, you should be reading a book, you should be studying and learning something new. So like we weren't allowed to like play outside during the week, and on the weekends, I would go with my mom because our parents were divorced, and then my mom and my sister are not like outside women, so I really didn't go outside much.
Oh, that's kind of
Why are you
sad
saying oh
because that was like a
for
formative
who?
part. Okay, that's fair. But for me, that was like a formative part of like childhood, like going outside with my cousins and playing outside, and like we used to like dig up dirt and clay and like eat it,
Mm.
and like we used to have the. Do you know? I don't. It's like sour grass. Do you know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like
What'd you
there's
say?
like a it's sour grass.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, yeah,
I know
okay.
what you're talking
Well,
about.
sour grass is basically like it's some sort of flower that you pick up and you can like get the stem with your nail and you go like that and there's like a gel that comes out, not gel, but like an aloe type substance that comes out and it's like sour. Why are you looking at me like
Oh,
that? Anyway, my point is that
The
that was
only
a
thing I know you're
formative.
talking about is, are you like a honeysuckle?
Maybe it's honeysuckle. Wait, what is
that
honeysuckle?
sounds.
Is that what it
It's
is?
sweet.
It is
It's
sweet,
like
but
it
it's
has
not.
like a little white flower.
Yes,
It has
yes,
like a
yes,
little flower. You
yes.
pull out the flower and you suck on the bottom of the stem.
But you can also do this. But
Yeah.
yes, I think that is what I'm talking about. Yeah. Why y'all like I
Mhm.
know what I was talking about? Yeah.
Because you said sour grass and I was really confused.
I made that term up just now. I don't think we ever called it that, but in my brain, that's what I was thinking it was. The reason I say all that though
So
is because
wait. Pause. If you made it up in your brain, how are we supposed to know what you were talking about?
because of the description. I feel like I
Yeah,
described
I
it
was going off. I was going off the description. Sour grass. I was
right.
like, I don't know what you're talking about. But the description, I was like, okay, yes, I feel like I know what you're talking about.
My point is,
Okay.
I just didn't know what it was called. Sour grass. It's interesting.
my point is, I feel
Okay.
like playing outside is a formative part of most people's youth, specifically millennials. You know, and so I'm just kind of sad that you didn't get to like connect with that. You know.
Jordan, did you play outside?
Oh yeah, all the time. I was outside, especially in the summertime, because my parents would drop me off over my grandmother's house. So with all my cousins, and my grandmother was like, "I'm watching my stories, so you guys go outside." So we would
The
play outside.
stories.
Stories. She had to watch her Wheel of Fortune, all of that. So we just had to
Uh,
be outside all day. So, but outside was fun. I had so much fun. I feel like we created so many imaginative things during that time.
right.
Only time like we were allowed outside, like if Friday was like a no school day, so Thursday was considered a weekend. And I would like go jump on the trampoline and stuff like that. But I'm also risk averse, so like people turning flips and stuff, I wasn't that guy. Um, but yeah, I didn't really do outside.
What did you do?
What, Darrell?
What did you do? I'm curious. What did you do?
I read books.
Okay.
I read books.
And what else? What
I
else did you do?
watched like Disney. I watched like Nickelodeon. Um, that's about it.
I guess why I'm asking is because I want to get like an encapsulated vision of Nickie as a kid. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm
'cause
also
He was
younger.
in his room
I'm also
reading.
younger than both of you, so like
you're not that much
you know,
younger. You're not that much younger.
I'm just saying, but you know, like as millennials, the younger, like as we trim down in age, the less outside we did.
Nickie acts like he's 25. You're
It's
31.
true.
You are not that
Right.
young.
Right. I was like, you're doing a little much. You're doing a
Right.
little much.
As millennials, we
That
start
was
to
a bit
get
of a
to
reach.
I'm basically like a Gen Zer. Like what? No, Nickie.
I'm not a Gen Zer. I'm a millennial.
Right,
We
which
know.
is exactly.
Wait a minute.
Exactly. Anyway,
You don't want to try to act like you not. You try to act like you on Euphoria. Stop.
You're right. You're right.
Not
Call me
Euphoria.
Rue. Call me Rue.
Anyway, yeah, I think
This is
that
unhinged.
it is so unhinged. I love it though. Listen, for everyone listening right now, this is what we will be doing if we were not. I'm considering this as like a situation where a few weeks ago, was it a few weeks ago? A few weeks ago, we were at the
cabin.
Yeah, I was like, why did I just blank? We were at the cabin, and if we were at the cabin, this is probably how we would be talking. We were just doing random stuff like this. So this is what I'm, considering. Like, and it's also helping me get to know a little bit more about you, because I didn't realize that Nickie was such a, I guess,
Such a what?
Whoa. Why do y'all think it's gonna be a negative thing? Can we just talk about how quickly both of y'all thought, both of your faces went towards like, what are you about to say? It's about to be shady. I am not.
It wasn't negative, but like I don't ever know what's coming out of your mouth.
I come in peace and love. Just so everyone knows, I come with peace and love. I am not a shady individual. What I was gonna say was, I guess I didn't realize that Nickie's childhood was like so different from mine, and like maybe it seems like a lot of it was spent like in solitude. Sorry. Is that bad? What?
Not Nickie was in solitary confinement.
I corrected that. I said solitude.
That Freudian slip, my God.
How was that a Freudian slip? I said solitude. I said solitary. Ooh. But like, anyway, I guess I didn't realize that you learn things about your friends every day. You learn new things about your friends every day.
That's great.
I mean, I also have bad allergies too, so like maybe it was for the best I didn't go outside as well.
I would never.
So it could be that.
I believe that. Jordan, you're from the Midwest, right?
I am from Ohio.
What is his face for?
Because there are a couple things I want to ask.
Okay.
Because so for reference, over the past few months, I've realized that Jordan and I have a lot of things in common, right? We're basically around the same age. We didn't grow up in the same place, but like we're about the same age. We have a lot of musical tastes in common, like film tastes in common, like theories about a couple of things in common. So as we got into this conversation about childhood, and Jordan started talking about how, I was outside all the time. I was doing this, I was that. I'm actually curious at how much does that translate from the Midwest to the South? Oh wait, Jordan froze. Oh wait,
like
no,
the historical element.
Yeah, like how much of it is similar? Because a lot of times I think that we feel like we have. What? Is that crazy?
I'm just listening because like you asking people to recall history.
I don't think I was thinking about it that deep. I think that you went to somewhere else. All I was trying to say was how a 12-year-old in the South and a 12-year-old in the Midwest had very similar upbringings. That's all I was, not upbringings, but childhoods. That's all I was trying to say.
No, I think that is interesting because we're like in obviously two different ends of the spectrum, I feel like. So we're like, but we're also doing similar things, probably more than likely playing, I would say, similar games, I would say, outside, or doing similar things like that. So I always find that to be interesting. I'm like, wow.
Okay, what games did y'all play?
Well, before I say this,
outside?
I really did think that like
everything.
The outside thing, I really did think that the outside with your cousins and your friends thing, like I low-key, and maybe I'm done for this, I'm preceding this by saying I might be done for this, but I thought that was more of a Southern thing. I didn't think that people in general was just like playing outside all day with like their family members and their friends and stuff like that. That's why I was like, oh, that's kind of cool that you did that too. You know what I mean? We would do
really?
Like, yeah. Huh. I didn't know that. We did like when we went outside, we would do like Red Rover. We would we used to go to my granny's house.
Red Rover was fun.
Right? Red Rover, we should play Red Rover as adults. Like we should do that at like Central Park or something.
How do you play Red Rover?
That would be so interesting. As adults.
So
how do you play Red Rover?
So basically, you have like a line of people. Like you probably need at least 4 or 5 people, and you was
At
like
least,
red.
yeah,
Yeah,
at least
you'd say
5.
like Red Rover, let Jordan come over, and if you call Jordan's name, he would have to run and try to break the line.
Oh, the lines are they're
Like you,
parallel.
sorry, I didn't explain that right. You're like holding line with someone, like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah,
you're
Got
like
it.
holding
Okay,
him.
okay, okay, okay,
yeah,
okay. Okay, I was confused for a second.
yeah. So you'd be like Red Rover, let Jordan come over, and then Jordan would try to come and break the line. If he can't break it, then I guess he loses. I don't know what.
Yeah, you lose.
What's the?
I guess you're just out. You're out.
You're
you
out,
know.
I guess.
Yeah.
I would, like those types of things. Yeah. Did you have like a they call it like the ice cream lady in the neighborhood?
Like the ice cream truck.
Well, it wasn't a real truck. It was like a cart. Like people would come with like in my neighborhood, it wasn't a truck. It was a cart. People, she would come and she didn't actually sell real ice cream. She sold like those little nickel bag. She sold those little little chugs, little hugs. Like the little
The
juice.
juice?
Yeah, the juice. It comes in like a little Nickie explained this. Why am I blanking?
It looks like a barrel. It's a hug juice. It
Yes.
tastes like salt and water.
sugar and water. And she would sell candy, and she would sell sometimes frozen pops, which was like Kool-Aid frozen in a styrofoam cup, and she sold it for like 50 cents to the neighborhood kids. And they would always be like, to make it really sour, she would put like only a little bit of sugar in it, so she had sweet and sour. Y'all ain't never heard of that?
I didn't have a candy lady. No.
Wow, dang! Did you?
I mean, I also grew up in the country. I think that's what you're also missing. Like, my friends didn't live on my street.
Well, who lived on your street?
Oh no! I mean, I think he means like he was like in like the country, like not like an actual like.
You mean like one house a mile another house?
Yeah.
And then like where I live, there's a road to get to my home.
Oh, a road from like the main street.
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take to get to the main road from your house?
Mm-hmm. Which main road? Like the road where people's houses are on? Or like, they're different. So like the road where people's houses are on, that only takes like, if I'm walking from my front door to like the main road where houses are on, maybe 3-4 minutes if I'm walking. But the road, like the actual road where like to go out of the road where people's houses are on, that's like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And the nearest gas station, maybe 15 minutes. And then we only have like 5 gas stations total where I'm from. And then we only have, back then we only had Pizza Hut and Ward's as fast food restaurants. We still don't have like McDonald's. They just got a Subway not too long ago. Yeah.
Every place has McDonald's. That's insane.
McDonald's is in the next town over.
Wow.
Wait, that's also where Walmart is.
Your town of all things shows Pizza Hut.
And Ward's.
What is Ward's? I never heard of that.
What's Ward's? I don't know what that is.
Okay. If you're from Mississippi, stand up. Ward's is a
sit down. No.
Ward's is a chili burger. So it's like chili on top of like cheese and meat and pickles. If you want onions, not my thing. Onions, it's like a super sloppy. Imagine a sloppy Joe without the tomato-y sauce, but more like a chili with like, well, I guess chili is tomato, but like also like a cheeseburger mixed together.
Did you like that sandwich?
I used to love them. It's called the big one or little one. So like the little one is the small one, and the big one is like the regular size, like McDonald's burger, and the little one will be like the hamburger size.
And everybody ate that?
Yeah, Wars was good. But it's also really country because like for breakfast they sell biscuits and gravy, like white gravy, like biscuits and sausage gravy.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair. I mean, that's
like what fast food
like
restaurant selling biscuit and white sausage gravy?
McDonald's sells that.
It didn't look like McDonald's. Wars is like it looks like your grandma cooked it.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like does somebody got like a?
That's what I was hearing the same thing.
What
like,
is that? Oh. I feel like it's
What?
Jordan. There was like a it's not like a ringtone or something.
Yeah,
Like
like a TV or something playing.
I don't hear anything with these headphones on.
Wow.
They're like noise canceling headphones. So sorry if there's something going on in the back.
Jordan got nice headphones. He has nice headphones.
Sorry. You know what, guys? It is. You said it sounded like a ringtone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my laundry. Sorry.
Oh, come on, laundry in unit. Okay. Okay. Jordan got money. Ooh, the luxury. Speaking of luxury. Anyway.
Right, because in New York City, if you got laundry in unit, wealth.
Because baby,
Wealth.
I have been in New York City for like 10 or 11 years now, and I have never lived in an apartment that had laundry in the unit.
I mean,
Ever.
I will say it is a life-changing thing, man. It is.
Oh, I believe it.
It's something so simple for like back home in Ohio. That's normal to have. Like that, you not having an in-unit laundry is like, well, where are you living? People would be very confused.
I feel like anywhere.
Yeah, essentially.
Like New York City is the
interesting.
only place that people go like, God, I wish I had a laundry machine. Like, you know what I mean?
Like
or central air.
If we
Or
really want to talk
Central
about it,
Air.
like, New York really is a scam, and people don't want to talk about it. But hey, I'm always open for the conversation because
You know what? I'm open to that conversation too, because as much as
I am too, actually.
Baby, when I moved to New York City,
I'm sure we all got a list. We got a list.
Oh, absolutely. If I when I moved to New York City, I moved from North Carolina, so I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to get to the city. But I've been here for a while. I did not think I would ever really want to leave. But over the past year, I have really been like
Jordan, your laundry is really going off.
It's still going. I'm so sorry, guys. Give me a second.
It's
No,
fine.
you're fine.
It's fine.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Over the past few years, I have really been like, I need to get out of this city. Like, I don't want to move like away too far, and I think I'm just gonna go to Jersey, to be honest, because I still love New York. I just don't want to live in the city proper. But yeah, it's finally gotten to the point where my love affair with New York City has kind of run its course, and I know it has for Nickie, because Nickie cannot leave New York City quickly enough, which saddens me on 1 or 2 days out of the week. But I am.
You know what? For you, that's a lot. I'll take that.
What you mean for me? That's a lot.
For you, actually remember that I'm leaving the city 1 or 2 days a week is a lot.
Nickie
I'll take it as a compliment.
Nickie, ever since December, Nickie has mentioned leaving New York City probably every conversation that I've had with him. So I don't forget that he's moving. But I will say, when he said he was going to move, when he said he was going to move initially, I didn't believe he was going to move, because being totally candid, Nickie just be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. And I was just like, most of the time, I will, to your credit, you do usually do what you say you want to do. That you do usually do that. But that just felt like such a big thing where you're moving to. It just felt like such a big thing that I didn't think you were actually going to do it.
It was random. I was literally sitting on my couch, and so for those who don't know, like I be listening to like the Spirit, the Lord, talk to me, and literally sitting on my couch, and one night, and it was like, this is your last time in New York City. You're moving to this place, and I was like, okay. And then I think I text you, Jordan. Was like, hey, I'm moving. Like really random. And then the next morning, I went to sleep. The next morning, it was like, yep, you're leaving. So I feel like I'm being called to leave. But Darrell didn't believe me.
You feel like God was like, I'm going to call you to leave New York.
It had to, because I wasn't like planning on leaving.
Okay. Listen.
It was literally like a random like Thursday, Friday night.
And when you decided that, when did you like for real? Like I don't because I
Mhm.
know you're gonna the answer to your to this question on the surface level is gonna be that morning, but I mean like for real, for real, for real. When did you actually go? Okay, this is absolutely happening for 100% fact. I know it's happening.
The next morning.
The next
I'm
morning,
I'm dead serious. Yes.
you don't think? I mean, I believe you, kind of, and I think that that's great. But that sounds a little impulsive. Like that's why I said, when like did you actually really really know? Because like I get the impulse to leave that next morning, but when you knew for a fact you were going to leave without even thinking about it until
Well, no. So here's like I told you, I was literally just sitting on my couch the night before, and something was like, "This is your." It literally said, "This is your last year in New York City. You're moving to this place next year." And I was like, "Okay, this is weird." It was just a thought. I was watching TV. It was nothing about that city I was moving to. It was just I was watching some random show, and then Darrell, what's going on in Washington Heights?
that's not me. I think that's Jordan.
Oh, anyway, probably
Welcome
so.
to New York.
Welcome to
New
New
York.
York. Anyway, and the next, and like I went to sleep on it, and the next morning I literally woke up and it was like, okay, yeah, you are moving, and it's been that way since. I haven't like backpedaled or thought about it differently since.
And the place that you're moving to, do you think that that's going to be home for you? Like, I know you don't know for sure, but does it feel like a place that you're going to be like, I think this is where I'm going to be like, you think so?
I will buy property there. I believe so. Yes, but I
But
don't
you,
necessarily know if it's going to be complete home. But Jordan's just shaking his head. But I do think I'll be there for a minute. Yeah.
you wouldn't have bought, wow. But you
Purchased. Purchased.
just so everyone knows, I have 3 degrees.
Purchase is the word you're looking for.
Proof that college is not necessary. anyway, and you wouldn't have purchased property anywhere else that you lived?
In New York? Absolutely not.
You didn't just live in New York, but you also lived in.
I know. I'm going down a list.
Oh, Nickie would have fight me.
In New York? No.
Yeah, let's just fight.
In DC, no, I didn't really like living in the DMV. I was like, the DMV felt like a launching pad to get to New York for me. So I never thought about like buying property there either. But this next place I'm moving, it feels like, oh, I can definitely purchase here.
Okay. Well, that's exciting.
This
And
feels really like an interview, but okay.
no, it's not an interview. They're getting to know you. They're getting to know like
People literally don't know you, Nickie.
and this is getting to so you can be so relatable to everyone. Cause you know what I heard? I'm gonna tell you what I heard. Can I say what
you? Yeah, say what you heard.
I heard that my friend was sitting on his couch, and the Lord said, "Nicholas, I have a mission for you. Don't ask no questions. Just hear my word and heed these thoughts. You are moving too." And Nickie said, "I obeyeth my Lord." Hey, Shatabo, that's a word. That is a word. And what I'm hearing is that Nickie Floyd wants our viewer audience to listen to the call of the Lord. When you are called to do something, do not question it. You listen to it and you move according to your divine purpose, which has been designated by the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I feel like having church.
Amen.
Amen. And so with that, listen,
I will say this. God do be speaking to me.
I know.
Not you know, Jordan.
I know. Listen,
why do you say like that?
Because Nickie will text you something and it'll just be like the most like, I hate to say this, sometimes invasive, but he's not trying to be invasive thing. And you're like, wait, what? And then it's like, and then like the shit will actually like happen in some shape or form. And then then you're like, oh shit. So now that it's happened, anytime Nickie will say like, oh, the Lord this or that, I'm like, oh God, what's about to happen? So like it's just,
and it usually comes.
know.
It usually happens.
It usually happens. So
there are times I know things before that person knows things.
Yeah, that's
and then
what
I'll
intrusive.
Tell them, yeah, and I'll tell them the thing that I was like, this is in my spirit. This is happening. And they was like, what? I don't feel that or think that. And then a couple of days later,
so you're a prophet.
I don't consider myself a prophet,
How do you not?
I
How do
do-
you not? How do you not fit the description? How?
I do not consider myself a prophet because a lot of times I'm not praying for these things to come; they just come. It's really interesting, and I don't necessarily know like how to control it.
I mean, I don't know how any of that works, but to me, it sounds like a prophet. Like maybe you may be starting your own ministry one day.
No, not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
So,
Oh wow,
so-
that was a quick no.
But what if God sat you down in your new apartment in your new place and said, "This is what I have called you to do"?
We're gonna have to have a conversation.
Oh, but you didn't have to have a conversation the
but
first
you
time.
had
You wanna know what's funny? Because like when I was like 21, this preacher literally like called my cousin and I up to the altar. And I have a cousin who looks like pretty similar to me. And all of the things he said to my cousin has came true for me. All the things he said to me has came true for my cousin. This is what's interesting. He told my cousin, he called him, he was like, "I'm telling you what God has told me, Reverend." So that's the only thing for my cousin he told him that hasn't came true for me or him. So I'm praying against that one because I don't want that.
You're praying against it.
Yep.
Why? Why?
Me as a,
No, that's
as a preacher, as a reverend, no.
Is that crazy? Why is that crazy?
You sound like that's like a crazy thing.
right.
It's
That's
crazy
not,
thing. It's not. It's nothing I want for my life. My granddad was a bishop. I know what that's like.
I get that. I get that.
Your dad's a pastor. You know what that's like.
He is, and
It's-
God ain't called me to be in ministry. God was like,
He sure didn't.
God said, nope. hold on. We're not doing that. First of all, I live a clean life, okay? When I go and I'm at St. Peter's gates, he's going to say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant," okay?
Or good enough.
Wow.
Wow. The disrespect. keep on going. We're going to both be down there in hell. Be like, dang, who would have thought? Just kidding. I'm just kidding, God. I ain't plan on going. I'll be playing with God. Wow. That went so many places.
I don't even know what the title of this episode is going to be.
You know what? I feel like we could figure it out. I'm gonna be so honest. Like, I'm actually like, I know that I'm so random and so chaotic. I know that, but like, I even surprise myself if I'm being honest. Because now I feel like I need to talk to my therapist about why I don't have a streamlined line of thought.
Like, we started at prison food.
I think honestly the episode should just be called Prison Log. Yeah, and then people will click
Yes.
it and try to understand what that means. So
Jordan
There it
is innovator, creator, idealist.
He is.
You know, all the things wrapped up. This is why we have him around. So yes. This has been I hate it. You know what?
I think this is my favorite episode.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I was about to sign us off, but here's what I do want to say, because I want to get this dynamic very well understood. Okay, for everyone in this audience, I mean it when I say I don't be meaning shady things when I say it. I really don't. I just be saying things and I don't have any ill will. I don't have any negative intent behind it. I'm not trying to be mean or rude or disrespectful or shady specifically. But then here comes Nickie. Here comes Nickie with a face. Here comes Nickie with a face that goes, oh! Here comes Jordan. Here comes Jordan. What you mean by that? And I'm like, I just want our viewing audience, our listening audience to understand me so that you know that I'm very well intentioned. Okay.
I think they absolutely do understand you.
Great.
Trust me.
I appreciate that. Thank y'all for making me feel understood.
We definitely balance each other on this podcast.
For
We
sure.
do. Yes. And with that,
Well, this was one for the books.
this was one for the books. I appreciate you all sitting and listening to our rambling.
Did you have fun moderating, Darrell?
Yeah.
Did I have fun
Did you
moderating?
have fun?
Let me tell you something. I had so much fun. I did. I have fun just like being random. I don't know that I want to do it again. But actually, I lied about that. I literally just lied. I would absolutely love to be random again. That's what I do best in the world. What are you talking about?
Well, we'll definitely have you moderate some more in the future.
You know what?
Oh, you want to tell them what next week's episode is, Darrell?
Oh lordy.
Okay, so when you this is the red, right? Okay,
Mhm.
It's
so
called
this is actually you say it because you say it better than me.
Next week we'll be reviewing the Lady with the Red Lipstick album, and her name is. Oh, I'm not saying her name.
I think they can figure out.
Mhm.
Actually, let people just figure it out. The Lady with the Red Lipstick album.
It's so funny. One of my best friends told me, he was like, "I love y'all. I'll listen to every episode, but that one I will not be listening to." And I get that.
So we already have some people not going to tune in.
He said she plays with his time.
I will say, I don't know if you guys saw, probably not, but because I'm on Twitter all the time. She does have 2 songs that are over 5 minutes long. So
What?
Yeah.
I think Darrell is frozen, but Jordan, you just really assaulted me.
Yeah. But she does have a 2-minute and 36-second song. And that made a lot of traction because her fans were stunned that she made a 2-minute song.
I'm sorry. She's not a good enough. I don't know where Darrell just went.
Oh, well, it's very much the essence of the episode. Darrell came and did what he needed to do, guys, and he left. So, and we thank him for that. And I will be moderating next week. We'll be back then.
This is chaos.
Yeah, this is iconic episode. Honestly, this should be the season finale, but whatever, it's fine.
Whatever. Wow. Okay.
Well, thank you guys. We will get Darrell back at some point, but we're gonna head out. Thank you guys so much for listening to whatever the hell this was today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope it was fun. I had fun. Did you have fun, Nickie?
That was a grand old time.
Okay. Well, everyone have a great time. We will see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.